Yo, hey guys, it's poppin', Jacques Slade here. This week we don't have a ton of sneakers releasing, but there are some really cool things dropping. And there's actually an Air Force One dropping, which made me think of an Air Force One in my collection. Hold on. Now, I've never worn these. For those that know, you will instantly recognize this shoe. So this is the Nike Air Force One collab with PlayStation. Now, these came out in 2018, and they weren't the original PlayStation Air Force One collab. For those that are fans of Kobe, they will know, they will see those and recognize those. But these have some very unique details on them that, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I know people are gonna have beef with this, make this pair, I think, better than the original pair that Kobe had. So let's get into the details, and then we'll get into the sneakers that are releasing this week. So, for one, has the PlayStation controller buttons right here on the back. On the other side, you just have the PlayStation logo. One thing I really like about these is these swooshes. So these swooshes are like a gel almost. They're not like the hard. Sometimes you have like these like jeweled Nike swooshes. These are very soft, almost like a button. Other details, they have the PlayStation on the inside there on the insoles. This one has Nike Air on the insole. On the tongue, you have an actual like leather Nike Air tag, which is really nice. So you have the leather Nike Air tag, Nike Air Force One. And then obviously the big detail on these is the bottom. So you have the PlayStation controller buttons there on the bottom as well, which I think adds a really nice touch to these. The upper is made of a synthetic leather. It feels really nice though. It's a little thick, so it's really nice. Again, I haven't worn these yet. And then these outsoles are glow in the dark, which give them like a very special pop at night. Sometimes if like I have the light on in here all day long and then I cut it off, you'll see them like glowing from in there. But very dope sneaker. I really like the way that these came out. They have the patent leather here on the back that fades into like the regular leather there, the regular synthetic leather, I should say there. But very nice detailing with the pop of blue here on the laces to really just put it all together. And something that I didn't see a lot of people talking about, like as you can see in the swoosh here, how they have all of like the PlayStation buttons in there as well. That same material is here on the back where you see the PlayStation logo. Inside of there, there's also the PlayStation buttons. Even though you have like the big one there, on the inside of like behind this logo almost, you can see that the other PlayStation buttons are in there as well. Just really beautiful. This is what, like when I think of what Dot Swoosh is doing, this is kind of like the kind of sneaker that I see coming out of Dot Swoosh. I mean, I like the stuff that they're doing with the Air Max with like the Donkey Kong and all of those sorts of things. But this is the kind of thing that I would think Nike would do with Dot Swoosh, especially now that they're exploring different avenues with it. So just wanted to give you guys a quick look at those, especially because there's a really cool Air Force One that's dropping. So let me put these back and let's hop into those. First up, we have the Nike Air Force One Froby. This is dropping on June 24th for $150. First things first, it's $150 for a pair of Air Force Ones. I know, but the justification for the price bump is that these are an updated silhouette, aka Protros, which Kobe always likes. These are not your ordinary Air Force Ones with Kobe branding. The stars on the traction have been replaced with the Kobe Sheath logo. Giant 8s replaced the traditional heel branding. The Air on the midsole now features Kobe's signature. The leather is dubbed premium, whatever that means. And then maybe the most consequential upgrade is the Nike React X foam that they're using for the cushioning. Basically, these should be better and more comfortable than any other Air Force Ones in a very long time. The soft yellow and purple color scheme is Lakerific, of course, and then the fat laces are a nod to the pajama pants that Kobe wore when he was practicing free throws while he had a broken finger. Fun fact, that moment is captured on the React X foam insert, but the shoes in that photo are, let's just say, conveniently cut off because that was when Kobe was with Adidas. A few years back, Nike and Prada teamed up for an Air Max 1 that became an instant favorite. Not because it was some sort of wild colorway that we've never seen before, but rather it was lauded for its dope OG style with a slight update to the mudguard. The wavy pattern unlocked something new and I would say fresh for the Air Max 1. Now they're hoping for a similar reaction to the Nike Air Max 90. Once again, we've got Prada branding in the familiar spots and the wavy mudguard that actually overlaps the swoosh in some spots. And hey, muted purple and Volt are the perfect colorways to introduce these. So that's the Prada. Nike Air Max 90 Sapphire and Particle Gray. That's going to be on the 24th for $155. Then you can get it in Cyber and Particle Gray on June 24th for $155 as well. Now, for you DC Comics fans, the Crocs Classic Clog Superman is dropping on the 24th for $70. Look, with James Gunn's Superman reboot dropping in a few weeks, I am so hyped for this movie. This comics inspired pair is perfect for that opening night viewing. I would be the guy that would wear these to that viewing. The New Balance 2010 Beef and Broccoli is dropping on the 25th for $160. Originally scheduled to drop a few weeks ago, the Dusty Cactus Flightposite drops this week, and coming along for the ride will be both a matching pair of Clogposite and a new Photon Dust colorway. That's the Nike Air Flightposite Dusty Cactus. That's going to be rescheduled. It's going to be on the 26th for $250. The Nike Clogposite is dropping in Dusty Cactus. That's $145. And then you can get the white Photon Dust same day, June 26th for $145. Now, for you New Balance fans, the 991 V2 made in the UK is dropping in Celestial Blue. That's going to be on the 26th for $250. You also have the Mineral Green dropping on the same day for $250 as well. Keeping with the New Balance vibe, the women's New Balance 740 V2 Washed Burgundy and Pink Taffy is dropping on the 26th for $110. And then the New Balance 740 V2 is dropping in Shoreline Blue on the 26th for $110. Jound, and he has an Asics Gel Quantum 360 Knit 2 dropping on the 26th. So Justin Sanders continues to shock sneakerheads with their mind-bendingly simplistic collaborations with various brands from Adidas to Reebok to New Balance. Asics is another frequent partner with Sanders' Jound brand, and their previous output doesn't stray far from the minimalist formula, which is why the new Gel Quantum 360 Knit 2 is so interesting. For reference, Soul Retriever put together a side-by-side comparison between your regular 360 Knit 2 and the Jound collab. Would you look at that? The upper is totally different from the new knit pattern to the leather overlays, and of course the Asics and Jound dual branding. I can't front. I'm actually super curious about this one. So we cover Alma Manier's Jordan collabs quite a bit here on the show, and now we're checking out their work with Nike proper this week. It's two pieces of Nike icons with the Air Max 95 and the Air Force One with the premium Alma Manier touch. From the suede panels on the 95s to the premium leather on the Air Force One, it speaks to the elevated feel that the brand is chasing, along with high levels of storytelling, which I absolutely adore about this brand. So you have the Alma Manier Nike Air Max 95 and Debussy Taupe, and Phantom, that's going to be on the 27th for $200. Then you have the Air Force One in triple white on the 27th for $150. The Nike Air Check Challenge 2 in Tart is going to be on the 27th for $150. The beloved Tech Challenge 2 is back, and while everybody knows the hot lava colorway, the 1990 OG Tart colorway is getting its third retro after drops in 2008 and 2014. And like recent Tech Challenge 2 retros, these will be getting the pre-aged midsole treatment instead of having you do the job, making them feel old and cozy yourself. You also have the Nike React X Rejuvenate in Midnight Navy and Comet Blue on the 27th for $70. And then on the Puma side, not Puma, you have the 8th Street OG in Fizzy Green and Puma Silver on the 28th for $80. You also have that in Puma Black and Puma Silver for $80, and then you have it in Frosted Ivory and Puma Silver for $80 as well, all dropping on the 28th. All right, that's gonna do it for the day. Let me know, what's your favorite collaboration on an Air Max 1? I can't say that PlayStation 1 is my favorite, but it's what I feel like collaboration should be when it comes to dot swoosh. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, I'm Jacques Slade. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you soon. Peace.